There's a mysterious hum creating quite the buzz in West Haven, how it's disrupting lives as city leaders try to figure out where it's coming from. Thanks so much for joining us tonight for the news at 11. I'm Keisha Grant.
And I'm Mike Heidick. This is being described as a low-frequency hum, and it's driving some people crazy.
I can hear the humming noise and hear the decibel levels.
This is a video from John Carano, the city's director of human resources.
My daughter doesn't hear it at all, where I can hear it, and other people, it's excruciating.
For the past few months, he's been tracking what the city has determined to be a low-frequency vibration from his own home, testing daily with a handheld decibel reader.
Being low frequency makes it more difficult to pinpoint.
From his home, the sound will range from 40 to 50 decibels, shown here by Carano. Low, described like constant quiet office noise. He's attempted to track it down himself, but he can't get a firm confirmation of an origin point.
Without that confirmation, it's difficult for us to address it legally.
Do you hear that? It's a humming noise that is rattling neighbors in South Jersey. They tell NBC 10 that sound is making them unable to sleep, and they think they know where it is coming from.
They are convinced it is coming from the data center site.
It's deafening and it's disturbing.
Living in the area for years, they say they didn't used to hear the hum.
It's been very, very loud for the past couple of months.
Ben Mulesness is talking about this. Mulesness, who lives in Belmont Gardens near Karlov and Oakdale, recorded this sound while inside his apartment on December 3rd.
Kind of like a low, steady hum. Sometimes it'll be more of a throbbing noise. It kind of sounds like a spaceship or something.
He says he followed that noise here and shot this video. The location? The Fields Studios at Karlov and George.
It's been pretty unsettling. It's just something that is always there. And you can hear it while you're inside, even watching a movie or eating dinner. It's just sort of frustrating.
That sound has been at the heart of several complaints over the last few weeks in Whitehorse.
It's almost like a deep hum or a whirl. The first couple times I heard it, I was like, well, who's building something, or who's got like a generator running, or who has something in the neighborhood that they don't know is so disruptive. But it's not in the neighborhood.
The Yukon NDP leader is not the only one looking for an explanation.
We're in a neighborhood that's like surrounded by noise, but there's a new sound. It turns out it's being heard all over the city of Whitehorse.
While some say it's the same noise they've been complaining about in Riverdale coming from Yukon Energy's diesel generators, other people are hearing it for the first time in opposite neighborhoods such as Tekini and Hillcrest.
And it would just be an annoying hum. Like it sounds like electrical, but it's new.
I had been wondering about some sound. I noticed it. I've been walking to the pool, and I was thinking they were snow plowing Valley View, but then I have friends at Valley View, and then when I go visit them, it's not plowed, so that's not the noise.
I noticed a few times the last while when we open our windows, there's like a low mechanical humming sound happening. I thought someone was maybe using machinery, but it seems quite repetitive and random.
So, what is that noise? These neighborhoods are all near major roads or the airport or power plants, but so far, no official explanation. The city of Whitehorse says it doesn't know where it's coming from. A spokesperson with the Whitehorse Airport says it's business as usual over there. And at the Yukon Energy Corporation,
it's highly unlikely that the noise from our generators is getting that far, anywhere further than like Riverdale. We're thinking that it's not coming from the diesel, especially places like Valley View and Tekini. But at the same time, the sound acoustics are a tricky thing, so we don't know for sure.
McKenna says the facility's diesel generators are running more than usual due to high demand, and with that comes more noise. The corporation says it's searching for any abnormal sound levels in recent weeks. Until then, Whitehorse residents will continue to wonder, what's that noise?
Unless it's identified, we'll just continue on.
On Monday, we told you about a strange sound echoing for weeks here in Cincinnati. In fact, it is so loud that some people say it's become a quality of life issue for them. Others aren't taking it as seriously, though. But a source is now pointing Local 12's Marla Porter in the direction of what it might be.
As darkness sets in, a strange sound surfaces.
We were hearing this like siren-like quality noise, whirring, oscillating up and down.
Perplexing people.
Like it's definitely like a foreign sound.
In Northside, Clifton, Camp Washington, and beyond.
And it kind of stresses me out because I don't know what it is, and it's kind of scary.
Some nights it would be a little louder, some nights it would be a little quieter.
People in West Haven say they have been kept up late due to a mysterious noise. It's being described as a low hum. After over a year with that sound, residents say they want city leaders to do something about it. News 8's Caroline LaCour has more as folks try to track down the source of that hum.
Have you heard this sound?
Everything at one time was totally quiet. It was very apparent, especially during the summer months.
In West Haven, residents say the buzzing has had them restless for well over a year.
It's a low frequency hum, and it actually has a vibration to it.
Kimberly Noon says she first noticed something was off back in 2020 when her pets started to act restless. Then she heard it.
And I kept saying to my children and my husband, I'm like, there, am I hearing things? There's a humming. And at first they didn't hear it. And then it progressively got louder and louder.
After months of putting up with the sound, she says it's drastically affected her quality of life, leading her to create a change.org petition to see if others were in the same boat.
Definitely my mental health, my sleep. I'm not able to sleep with this humming sound all the time.
While others compare it to a shop vac operating near your window when you're trying to sleep. For people like Kimberly Noons, it's a huge issue, especially at night.
You definitely are settled down and you can hear it much louder, but it's there.
That's why Noons started a petition to try to get the city to address the noise in their West Shores neighborhood. She says it's become unbearable in the 3 years she's heard it.
It's definitely impacted our mental health. I have been put on medication for sleeping because it's very hard to sleep with this sound.
And listening to that would drive me crazy, and I understand their frustration.
Frustration that's turning into action. Tonight, the City Council approved $16,000 to hire a sound engineering company to do testing after getting a presentation from a city commissioner. In it, he explained and ruled out some possibilities after doing tests himself.
Discussing the matter online, it was clear she wasn't alone, with some even claiming to feel vibrations from the sound inside their home.
And the comments that piled on, it made you say to yourself, okay, we're not crazy. This is actually happening.
While this low hum might not be obvious to some, residents here in West Haven say once you hear it, it's hard to unhear it. After multiple complaints, city leaders say they took a listen themselves and they hear it too.
Over the 50 years, there's been all different kinds of noises. This particular noise is different.
John Carano is the Commissioner of Human Resources for West Haven. Using a sound level meter, he's been able to confirm a 50 decibel sound along the city's residential areas.
And of all the readings I've taken, well over 300 readings so far. Coincidentally, my home is the loudest of all that you would hear. So it was a good data point for me to start daily testing there.
Carano now plans to recommend an acoustical consultant to the City Council Monday night to pin down where the sound is coming from.
Flying low, but it's consistent. It just doesn't stop.
And she is not the only one who's heard it.
It sounds like an industrial hum, like a vibration.
Michael Gentile says he's reported the noise to the county's health department. So is Scott Montgomery.
You can't sleep. You can't fall asleep right away. It wakes you up.
The data center is not far from his home. He shared this video with us that he took from his back deck. You can hear a hum.
We like to, sleep or be here with windows open because it got nice out. I mean, it was a brutal winter. And you could just hear it pulsating through the house.
The people we met say the noise fluctuates and is worse at certain times compared to others, especially bothersome at night. They are convinced it is coming from the data center site.
And it was like someone was using some type of machinery around my house.
The Gloucester County Health Department said in a statement, "We have responded to many concerns and have made several visits to the area in question to measure sound levels. While complainants have shared where they believe the noise is coming from, our staff are working to confirm the exact source of the noise." The 2.4 million square foot data center is being built on South Lincoln Avenue. Experts say as these centers are being developed, noise pollution is a concern across the country.
From what I understand, is equipped with, they're generating their own power with gas-fired turbines, and they probably also have some type of backup generation. All of this equipment generates a lot of noise.
And if we have to live with this, which is not good, we'd like a monetary restitution somehow.
Now, we also did reach out to Data One, that's the company that owns the facility, and we are waiting for a response tonight. Meanwhile, the city says at this time they have no comment.
Here tonight, neighbors in Huntersville are talking about the same strange sound they've heard multiple times this week. Listen. Video neighbor Ryan Beard posted on YouTube capturing that mysterious sound you just heard. Beard said he was just sitting in his living room Tuesday night watching TV when he heard that heavy humming echoing through his home. When Beard posted the video on Nextdoor, he heard from another neighbor this morning who said they heard the same sound.
I can imagine if I was outside, like I was in the house and it sounded way louder to me than the video sounds. And I want to say like the most like prominent thing about it is like after like the initial loud noise is like the echo. Like, I don't know, you could hear it in the video, but like it like really echoed.
Very strange. Some of Beard's posts, or some on his post, say that the sound is eerily similar to something out of the War of Worlds. Our chief meteorologist Brad Panovich thought it could be Duke Energy conducting an early growl test of its sirens. However, tonight we found out the utility officials reached out to Ryan saying it wasn't them. Colonial Pipeline also says it wasn't doing any work at that time that would warrant that sound, so the mystery remains.
And it sounded as though it was like one street over behind us. That's how close and how loud it was.
We were having a cup of coffee and we just thought there was a jet engine. We thought something was going to crash at first, but then we heard the repetitive nature of it. It was sequential.
The hum, as people are calling it, lasted for 10 minutes and was heard in several neighborhoods. Even on the Nextdoor app, people were commenting and asking what it was.
There's all these different ideas of what it could possibly be, but no one has gotten any formal explanation for what it actually was.
One suggestion was Wallace Farm, a place that makes mulch, but a person in the office said they don't open until 7 and don't process overnight. Another possibility, something electrical with power lines. And we even reached out to Mecklenburg County officials, but have not heard back. People in several neighborhoods hope they don't hear this for a third night in a row.
Just from a disturbance perspective, it needs to be addressed. If it's something that's either maintenance-based or accidental, it needs to be addressed by the business or the homeowner that's dealing with that.
Now, just before this story aired, we did hear back from an official with Mecklenburg County. They say they may have an idea of where that hum is coming from, but they need to do a little more investigation.
A strange and unsettling mystery unfolding across parts of the United States, where residents report a constant low-frequency hum causing stress and anxiety, raising questions about what is really behind this invisible disturbance. Across multiple U.S. states, residents are reporting unusual low-frequency vibrations that are being felt more than heard, triggering concern among experts and local authorities. In Vineland, New Jersey, people are complaining of a vibration and a constant low noise that they say is happening because of a massive 2.5 million square foot data center being constructed in the area. However, officials have not established a direct link between the two. Earlier, residents in Virginia and Connecticut also complained of similar sounds. A source is yet to be confirmed in both those cases as well. Virginia also has hundreds of data centers, and experts say that they can create such noise because of the systems that are at work at all times. According to experts, low-frequency humming sounds are common in data centers because of the powerful cooling systems and electrical equipment that are functional 24 hours a day. Large fans and chillers operate continuously to keep the servers cool, and in the process generate noise levels between 55 and 85 decibels. These are felt as a low roar throughout a large area. That is not construction, and that monstrosity is only partially built. It is infringing on our peace of mind and our tranquility, Scott Montgomery of New Jersey told ABC6. If it sounds like this now, what's it going to be like when everything's up and running? He added. Cumberland County Department of Health said that it will investigate the data center construction to determine if that is the point of origin. The agency said on Facebook that if the noise levels are higher than those allowed under the code, a penalty may be issued if compliance is not obtained within a certain time frame. Data One, the company behind the data center on South Lincoln Avenue, affirmed that the site is operating in full compliance with Vineland City noise ordinance limits. West Haven, Connecticut, residents said in January that low-frequency vibrations had affected multiple areas for years. It was believed to be coming from a local industry, although the source was not confirmed. They complained that the noise affected their sleep, and many residents reported increased levels of stress, anxiety, and physical discomfort. The surprising thing is that not everyone in the area hears the noise. An acoustic firm was hired to continuously listen for the hum over 7 days using 10 microphones. There are at least 4 data centers near West Haven: Lumen New Haven Data Center, FiberTech Networks, Cloud Smart Data Center, and ChimeNet Data Center.